Hello, stream. Hey, Steph. Anybody else hanging out in... Oh, there's a few people hanging out. Good evening, good evening.
Actually, contrary to what we were just talking about, I've just looked on YouTube and episode 399 is on the Girls Gone Wow podcast channel, apparently on YouTube. So someone's actually posted one of your episodes up without you knowing.
There's a Girls Gone Wow podcast channel on YouTube. And
Girls Gone Wow podcast. It's got 5 subscribers, one video, which was 399, which was the Musketeers episode.
Oh, maybe that's... Okay.
It's Luminous Geek.
Is that Stabs? Anyway,
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's super weird. Anyway, what we were just talking about, chat room, is archiving these onto YouTube in the future so that they will remain. Because Twitch gets rid of all of its videos after 90 days because I'm a Twitch affiliate and I'm Prime Gaming up or whatever. But I still only get 90 days because I'm not Twitch partnered, obviously. So we might put these on YouTube in the future. But anyway, let me know, chat room, if you... Oh, you're not getting any desktop sounds. Why are you not getting any desktop sounds? What's happened over here? Why are we not getting any desktop sounds? Loop them. Oh, for heaven's sake. I made some sounds. It was very exciting, and now they've stopped for some reason. There we go. Have some sound. Chat room, let me know if the sounds are... Oh no, you're still not getting any. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, Ease! Welcome to the chat room. Ease. Yeah, we're just level 2. We're playing through Candlekeep Adventures, and we're about to have a little summary about where we are. If you can hear music and it's too loud, let me know. Banian, let's have a little reminder of what has been occurring thus far.
Can't hear you, Banian.
Can't hear you, Banian. I think you're muted.
Damn it, I just told everyone what a great character I was. I'd killed everything on my own. Damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let's start back at the beginning when he wakes up. Mother, we're finally free of that damn place, and I've never been so happy to feel nature between my feet again. I'd best tell you what happened in there. Our merry little group went to the top floor. In a small study, we found another clue book. Vedicus proved to still be a danger magnet because he decided to investigate a pair of blades above the fireplace, and they attacked him. In a nearby bedroom, we found another clue in a chest of drawers. I think we were all weary by this point and watching as the furniture to make sure none of it moved. In another study, she seemed to like them in this place for some reason. We found yet another clue, and this gave us 6 of the 7 we were told we needed. Above the axle exits this room was a mural of the night sky, with some of the stars highlighted prominently. When we went through the door, we found a glowing orb, 5 telescopes, and an illusionary sky full of stars. Grandfather would be proud of me. After all, after to spend all that time stargazing with him, I got the idea that maybe telescopes were supposed to line up with the stars from the mural. And, as a group, we had a little play, and a secret door opened up. It was at this point that, against usual form, it was Sasha that was attacked by the furniture. Took some killing, books flying around on chains, but we finally defeated it. Vedicus picking up one of the books and decided to use knowledge as a weapon. However, we got the 7th clue. The more intellectual members of our group used these clues to determine that the code word was liberty. And I was very glad that when we got back to the main entrance and used it, a portal opened. We found ourselves back in the original study room at the Candlekeep, where we unfortunately found Maltrius the Mage, dead on the floor. He'd been stabbed with a sharp instrument of some kind. It was determined to be a stinger, and we then realised the imp statuette was missing. Vedicus, proving useful, sensed the imp in the room, and we dispatched it in a timely manner. And then we made it outside. I think I rushed straight over to the nearest piece of grassland, and I think I nearly kissed it. I was that pleased to be outside. You know I do not like enclosed spaces for long. We've been recovering from our ordeals, and I found myself studying that book on nature deities that I picked up. I feel closer to our Lord and Lady. So much so I seem to have been granted access to a couple of lesser incantations. I'm not sure where my travels will lead me now, Mailer, but I'll keep you updated. Always wondering if I'm going to be with this group again. I'm not sure.
Thank you very much,
There we go.
Banian. Excellent storytelling as usual. So I think we left you resting up in the house of rest, or in the hearth,
Or in the steam house.
or in the steam house. We don't know what Vedikath has been up to. Anything is possible. Obviously, you've all had a long rest. You've leveled up to level 2, so it's presumably the following morning. And are you all coming down to breakfast? What are you thinking about?
I get the feeling that after his not wanting to be inside for so long, I probably slept out on I slept in the grassland just outside, because there's that patch of greenery with a well and that just outside the hearth by the looks of it. So
yes.
He probably found somewhere sheltered there and slept outside just to reacquaint himself back with nature again.
Yeah, so we're down.
Literally.
Down here. We're down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will then go in because bacon.
I mean, yeah. Everyone else coming in for breakfast?
Yeah.
The chap behind the bar is like, "Oh, good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? How are we all faring?"
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, Gallery. You were gone for a long time yesterday.
Remind me never to go into one of the study rooms with people again.
Oh,
It didn't go the way we thought it would.
Oh, that's usually considered a great honour to be allowed into one of our extra-dimensional spaces. Was it not good?
You mean peaceful, uneventful,
Yes, usually.
non-dangerous?
Yes, that's usually how it goes.
Lies.
Oh,
It's all lies.
oh, that's very strange.
Oh.
I'm sorry you had a dangerous time. You all look okay now. You've had rested up for the night.
I have never been so glad to be back with nature.
I'm gonna get the extra large coffee pot out, and he shuffles off to go.
He has never said such kind words in the morning.
So he shuffles off and goes in and finds an extra big coffee pot and brings a big pile of bacon over and bread and sausages and there's breakfast available for you all.
Robbie, you're muted, I think.
Yeah.
Tab.
That's better.
That's better.
Hang on.
I thought you'd taken mime as a secondary class. And in the words of a certain wise man, learn the words.
Can you hear us, Robbie?
Oh,
Yes, I can hear. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can hear you.
Okay. Is everyone downstairs at the bacon feast?
Everyone's having bacon feast.
Okay.
Yep.
So can I cast Wizardly Quill? Because I want to make an entrance.
You can. What does
So it's just a magical quill that I can write with, that I don't have to hold. for the moment. It's not. We're not in doing anything that I need to do it for, but it's sort of bright pink like my hair,
Nice.
and it's sort of like a bit sparkly and fun. And I walk in and I was like, can anyone else see that?
Pink?
Yeah. I woke up and it was above my head and making swishy noises.
I take out my warhammer. Do you think it's dangerous?
He seems to be quite friendly.
After what we've been up to the last however long it was, nothing surprises me now. I'm
Well,
watching you, Chair.
It matches my hair colour, so I think it's friendly and meant to be for me, but every time I try to touch it, it sort of flutters away. It's like we're playing games.
Has it done anything apart from, like, lurk?
No, just follows me around. I walked around the room a little bit, and it seemed to be like a little, it feels friendly, and I'm tempted to give it a bit of paper and see what happens and what it will write.
Maybe it's an aspect of your power increasing.
Maybe it's to do with all the books we've been around, and suddenly I've been gifted with something.
Say, hold on, it's another inanimate object that's come to life. Why does this sound familiar?
Ready?
Yeah, Medicus, don't touch it.
He's eyeing the quill carefully.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you offered
Just
me a bit
one
of
thing, Medicus, did that chair move behind you?
My God.
Like, copy's just gone everywhere. He's like, what?
Oh dear.
I could not resist that. I'm
Literally
sorry.
just lost a D4 as well in that very dramatic response. I need to find that before I move my feet. There it is.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, don't
that's
stand on
gonna
a
hurt.
don't stand on a
D4 caltrops.
Do
Oh, no.
not stand on a D4.
Oh,
No.
worse than Lego.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Worst
Yes.
worst dice ever. There's a I think it must be an outside extra. No, it's a show of the weekend, which is an outside extra thing, where they rate all of the different dice.
Oh, yes.
For like which is the best dice and which is the worst dice, and I think D4 was their worst dice.
So pointy.
Yeah, exactly.
No point.
And also useless. And also
Ah.
useless. Yeah.
Yeah. And these are metal as well,
Oh,
so
you
Because
got
it's
metal.
not much
Oh,
they can
yeah.
use for.
extra ouchy.
Especially now that wizards have more hit points.
Yeah.
I wish.
Alright, slightly more hit points.
As you're eating your breakfast, a young avowed human male comes slightly nervously into the hearth, opens the door, and is looking around and sees you and goes, comes over. Hi, adventurers. Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
Wave a piece of bacon at him.
Oh,
Hungry?
I broke my fast much earlier this morning, but thank you. That's very kind. How you're the band of adventurers that helped us out yesterday with the imp situation and the yeah.
I would like to say we had the pleasure.
I mean, we're very apologetic. We're very sorry about your experience. That doesn't match up to our usual expectations for a visit to the library. However, you proved yourselves to be very capable, and we're.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to be asked something?
Yeah, he's shifting slightly awkwardly from foot to foot. So my name is Parmac, and I've been sent to ask you if you could help us with a slightly mysterious problem that we're having.
Seems the place is full of them.
Oh, well, I mean, not usually, but it does seem a bit strange at the moment. I mean, are you interested in hearing about the problem? He looks very anxious.
Very careful. He's going to lean forward on his one elbow, like this, and he's going to be like, "Maybe I am."
Oh, okay.
Ignore
sir.
him. Please ignore him.
Okay.
We
If
can
I was to,
certainly-
Are you
We can
in-
certainly listen as I shove bacon at Vedi's face.
if I was to say I'm supposed to be somewhere else, no one would listen, would they?
Oh, okay, well, I'll just tell you a little bit about our problem, shall I? We've, as you know, because you've come to the library, people need to bring books when they come to the library, and they need to be unique volumes that we've not received before, or volumes of kind of high value. We've had a very strange situation where 3 books we were recently given have transformed whilst in our care from books into monsters. It's been terrible. They were made of sort of well, our scholars think they were made of ectoplasm, and we've had to it's been terrible to try and defeat them. But yeah,
Galway's ears prick up straight away.
Yeah, they're gifts that have come from people just gaining entry to the library. We don't know why, but we've had 3 of these books do this in the last sort of 8 weeks or so. It's not a problem we've ever had before, but obviously we're looking for a band of adventurers to get to the bottom of this mystery for us.
Does anything in this library stay still?
I mean, usually it does. Yes, we've been a library for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and generally speaking, this isn't what happens. But
What
happened to the undead?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
What happened to these undead abominations?
They're not undead. They're ectoplasmic.
Ectoplasmic, ghostly.
Yes, they're not actually members of the undead. They were vanquished, but at cost.
what were the names of the books that were handed in?
So the most recent one is called Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions. The other books, there was one called The Dark Hunger. That's a book about warlocks. He sort of shrugged slightly apologetically. And the other one was called Fallen Tethamar, which is a story about a dwarven king named Galen. They're books that have been used to gain entrance to Candlekeep over the last couple of months.
Were they?
Who brought the books?
Yeah, was it the same person that brought them? Do you keep records of who brings them?
Yes, we keep very careful records of who keeps them. So 2 of the books, 2 of the people who bought 2 of the books are still here. I can give you the names of these people. You could probably speak to them. The third person has left the library already, and we don't know where they are.
Did you not think about having a chat with them as they bought the books?
Well, we were sort of hoping that somebody else might do that for us. We're trying to engage some adventurers to take on this mystery for us.
Wimping out of it.
You want someone else to troubleshoot.
So I have a little shed of little tiny bit of paper next to me, right? And the quill comes down and starts writing, and it writes, "Are these guys serious?" And I look at it and I go, "I just thought that. What the hell?" And I scrunch it up and put it in my pocket really quickly.
I'm like, no. I've seen you do this, and I'm like, what was that?
The thing wrote on my bit of paper. Do you want to see?
Yeah, what did it write?
So it's in beautiful, purpley, stargazy ink, and it says, "Are these guys serious?" Question mark! Exclamation point.
I'm going to look up at pink feathery thing and go, I like you. That's just what I was thinking.
But yes, anyway, are you serious right now?
Yes, I mean, we're scholars here at the library, and people have been seriously injured with these mysterious ectoplasmic monsters, and we're not keen to get injured again. And you all, you seemed like you could cope with the various demands of difficult furniture and other situations. So
Why did we all look straight at Vedeketh at that point?
What sort of injuries are we talking about here?
Well, they were attacked by these ectoplasmic monsters. We believe these monsters are called. We believe these monsters are called a word that is not on this page right now. We believe they're called Ging Watsons.
Actually,
That sounds made up.
Yeah.
What family of roots is that from?
They're aberrations. They're shape changers. So we believe that the monster was forced to take the form of the book, which means somebody somewhere has the original book. And then,
You mean like the chair we faced?
I mean, they're not mimics, though. We understand what a mimic is. They're not a mimic. They're a different thing. They have an energy drain attack. So they've laid up a couple of members of our team.
That reminds me, I still have those mimic teeth to sell. I have to find somebody who can buy those.
So what's in it for us to deal
we'll
with
pay
your
you.
problem?
We'll pay you.
How much?
50 gold each.
And the rest.
They're not undead, but I suppose I could help a little bit.
Oh no, I want more.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm authorised to. I'm not sure I'm
I
authorised
mean,
to hire.
I don't know how
what
much
we-
how
what
much
we
gold
think.
you've got in your pockets, Fizz, but 50 gold is a lot more than I've got in mine. So,
But after what happened in the other place, would you
What?
be willing to have 50 gold paid for you to have that happen again?
What about 50 gold and 3 breakfasts whilst we stay here?
Oh well, yes, we'll absolutely cover all of your. We'll cover all of your costs. Yeah, very happy to cover all of your expenses.
Just for my own knowledge, do we actually get free breakfast anyway? And he's just saying yes to something we already get.
No, you probably would have had to have paid for breakfast before.
No, I was just wanted to check, you know.
But no, we're very happy
use
to cover.
capitalism.
We're very happy to cover your lodgings and your food whilst you're here. Please, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, see?
Yeah,
now?
that's better.
There
Okay.
you
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I mean we'd like to hire you as professionals. He laughs a bit nervously.
What happened to the bodies of the creatures that were killed?
Well, they just sort of vanished.
Yeah. I was wondering if we could have a look at them. Never mind.
No, they sort of disintegrated into ectoplasm, and then they didn't.
True, ectoplasm will do that.
Yes, it wasn't. It was very alarming. Very alarming.
And you were fighting the creatures. Did you find that certain attacks worked maybe better or more than others? Magic, smack it in the face.
Oh, I couldn't. I wasn't part of the team that fought them. I couldn't give you that information. I don't know that information.
Well, we've got to finish breakfast, obviously.
Obviously.
Whereabouts are the two people that are still here? The two donors.
One is called Yalarian High Scroll. You'll probably find him. He might be at the House of the Binder at this time of day, or he might be in the temple. He's an acolyte, so he might be at the temple. He's a lovely chap. You'll have a nice time with him. The other is called.
Again, for some reason, I look straight at Vedikev. I don't know why.
The other is called Valor. She's a tiefling. She can be a little bit more challenging.
Abrasive.
Yes. She's doing some chores for us because obviously her entrance gift turned out to be not what she was expecting. So she's trying to make amends for that. She is a knight, so she's trying to make amends for that. Her current chore is to reshingle the roof of this building. In fact, so she's probably up a ladder.
I mean, that seems a bit rude. I mean, I'm sure she'd like. Oh no, never mind. I'm going to keep my opinions to myself. It's fine. I'm just going to murmur about how rude I feel this is.
We didn't force her. She's a knight. She has. It's for her own.
Oh, I
penance.
see.
It's for her own.
One of
penance.
those
It's not,
type. Fair enough.
We didn't force her. We wouldn't have no, good grief, we wouldn't have forced her to do that, but no, she's helping us with some chores to make
She's
my
doing
magic.
it as her own choice.
Yes.
My magic quill sort of looks at Juniper and sort of does like a little nod to her, to be like, yeah, I believe that, really. Very sarcastic quill.
I love the quill. The quill is like my new best friend.
The quill doesn't like Candlekeep at all, doesn't like these avowed at all, dear me.
Please tell me you've called him Peter.
Dear. I haven't. Currently, Quill does not have a name, so I only met Quill just like 20 minutes ago.
William.
Quilliam.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
Cool.
no. Oh no.
Come on, it's good. It flows and everything.
He leaves. He's sensing the hostility towards the avowed at this point. The human decides that he sort of bows at you. Thank you very much. Come and find us at the gate.
Have you noticed he left without actually asking you for it to do the job?
Oh no, I think we kind of accepted.
Yeah.
I never said yes, and he has gone.
No, but I did get us.
You got us free breakfast, I suppose.
Breakfast and our lodgings. Like he upped his lodgings.
Expenses.
Like, I was just keen for
I'd like to point out that he said expenses.
Yeah.
On his way out, he's wandered over to the barkeep and he's sort of scribbled something on a piece of paper for the barkeep, and so the barkeep comes over and went, "Oh, I understand you're on an all expenses paid tab now. You must have done a service."
After we're going to come back and say it says only up to the value of 10 copper.
You've obviously performed services to the library in your escapades yesterday.
I'm only supposed to be a guide and a survival expert.
No.
Oh.
Edicat's clearly thinking about something because he's strained expression. And he's like, guys,
Is he trying to count his fingers again?
No, we did that first thing this morning, don't worry. Hang on. If we're working for the library, does that make us librarians?
no, it doesn't. You need training for that.
However,
the avowed runs like specifically across the library, sticks his head around the door, and is like, "No, it doesn't. Please don't. No, that doesn't work, no."
However,
and then shuts the door and then runs away again.
If you are happy to do jobs for them, they may be more likely to help you with your individual researches.
Plus, we've been here for like 2 days and are already involved in 2 messes and are getting money from it. So give it like a week and we'll be rolling.
Yeah, you'll be
This is working out better than
Ugh,
I think we
dwarves.
could have imagined. Hold on. Quill friend, what do you think?
A little tiny bit of paper comes up from my pocket. I'm like, okay, here we go again. Start scribbling away. Just says, milk them for all they're worth.
Brilliant. 2 thumbs up for the Quill friend.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this Quill the reincarnation of a rogue of some kind?
Okay, well, I suppose we better go and have a chat with. What do we want first, the tiefling or the other one?
Well, the tiefling's apparently on the roof.
Yeah, let's start there.
Where the house of the binder is the other side. I slept against the wall of it last night.
Oh, well.
It's the building just outside.
Well, it would make no sense to go past and then track back. She says, giggling at herself. Well, the house of the bounding then, I suppose. Once everyone's had enough. Has everyone had enough coffee and bacon and things?
Is that a question people can answer?
The quill
ever
dips
have too
itself in
much?
the coffee pot.
Ew, now you've got ink in your coffee. Weird.
Okay, right.
No. Have you got coffee in your ink?
Oh. Come on, Bedicat could not handle a question like that.
Not at this time.
Not at any time. That is like too much going on up there. Like.
Okay, yeah, sure, let's go.
No. So.
Oh, anyway, wait, just a little pause. So, I watched
No,
the
they
Barbie
were the
movie
cats in
at the
the
weekend.
place.
The other night. Sorry.
Oh, the Barbie movie.
Yeah. So you know Ken,
Mm-hmm.
basically Bedicat.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
I had wondered.
that level. That
Yeah.
level is where we're at. Yeah.
Okay.
His job is beach.
His job is beach.
His job is beach. Yeah. Okay. It was a good
Yeah.
film. If you haven't seen it yet, it was.
I just took my
actually
mum today to see it,
genuinely
and I saw it for the second time.
Oh.
Yeah, I still love it. Still as good as the first time I saw it.
It was good.
Anyway,
I would say I'm going to watch it, but we're saving the money because they're putting on a performance of Rocky Horror at my local theatre at the end of the month.
Oh,
So we're
nice.
saving the money to go to that instead.
Nice. That's also very worthwhile.
It's the 50th anniversary, so
Gosh, really?
it's been going that long.
Okay, there'll be a short pause.
It's
whilst
nearly
we
as
all-
old as me.
whilst we all reflect on our life choices. Okay.
Yep.
Where are you? Sorry, where are you heading first?
The House of Binding because we're nearest to it. I think that was the plan.
Well, if you look at, as we step outside, you've literally got the House of the Binding directly ahead of us.
Yeah, so your tiefling's on the roof
And-
of the building.
and
that
they're
you
on the
currently
roof of the
stand in,
hearth.
And the House
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Binder, or possibly the temple, one or the other.
True,
It's-
yes, they
it's
did
on-
say he might be.
It's He's definitely round here somewhere.
Yeah. We would have to go past either and or to get towards the roof. Let's let breakfast go down before we go scrabbling around on
I'd
the
say
roof.
it'd be easier to find the tiefling because all acolytes look the same. We could always get Vedicus to search each one till he finds the right one, of course.
Yeah. I mean, this sounds like Reddy's strong point.
I mean, it could take a while.
Only if he's lucky.
We've got unlimited bacon and coffee. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You do know this person's name. It's not like you haven't been given
That's
any
true.
information.
Don't spoil Vedicus' fun.
Nobody spoils Vedica's fun, I would imagine.
Only Vediceth.
And furniture.
I was about to say, or furniture, though I'm sure Sasha would probably do somehow.
Sasha spoils Vedicus' fun quite often, let me tell you.
That's what siblings are for.
That's why you're still alive.
Yes. That's not the point.
Oh, look, it's a furniture shop this side of the road.
So, as we're all leaving, Vediceth, he stops sort of mid-stride, and he looks a bit lost, like staring into middle distance sort of thing.
So he doesn't look any different than usual then.
Yeah. What?
Slightly,
what's that?
slightly more lost than middle distance.
Okay.
All right. So it is obviously a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, something's obviously stopped him. And then he just carries on walking like nothing happened.
So it's just paused.
Does he usually have these weird phases?
I mean, he occasionally gets a thought, which is difficult. I
Actually,
mean,
yeah.
if it's important, he will either forget it or tell me eventually. So I think we're fine
So
for
it's
now.
nothing to worry about right now.
No.
Okay.
You're right, Veddy.
What?
You're right. It seemed like you'd gone somewhere else for a moment.
No. I was here
Okay.
the whole time. Definitely. I think.
Okay.
Was I?
Did someone offer him a blah? Did anyone offer him a number puzzle? Or a book?
The quill starts writing a Sudoku.
I'm not trying to explain that to Eddie.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
As we step outside, I will look up towards the roof of the hearth, just in case we happen to see a tiefling repairing tiles that we could actually get the attention of.
I mean, there is a tiefling on the roof. They are working away.
They look quite busy.
They do give off an air of being very busy, and they're certainly concentrating on what they're doing.
Excuse me, Vala, whatever the name was.
Vala, yeah, she doesn't immediately take notice of you.
Good morning, good night. Yes, it was a quick day. I had to, I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh.
At this point, the tiefling disappears over the rooftop and goes away.
She's not paying any attention to you at the moment.
She's got her headphones in, listening to the latest bardic sensation.
She just looks like she's really concentrating. If you want to do a charisma performance or something, then.
I mean, my suggestion was to write a note on the quill and just throw it up there and hope that they get it.
That's better. I like that.
No, we need to meet us at the hearth for some free bacon and coffee in.
We would like to ask you about the book.
Oh, I'm not going to put that to the book. I just please meet us.
Because she might not come if we say.
Might do a run.
That is a good point.
Make it cryptic. Knights love cryptic stuff.
Yeah. So what should I include the Sudoku puzzle so it tells her what time it is, or what?
Cute paladin would like to talk to you.
Can you work on a tiefling?
Yeah, I don't know.
Free bacon and coffee might work better.
So shall I just?
No, I've never had dealings with a tiefling.
Meet us for free bacon and coffee at insert whatever time is convenient for storytelling reasons.
It's probably about 10 a.m. at the moment.
So maybe for lunch. 2 o'clock for lunch.
Do we want to include that the acolytes asked us to speak to her?
Oh, I thought we would be better off doing it individually, but we could do that. We could do it together.
But because if she's busy, then free lunch to a night. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. That's a good idea, Sasha. Yeah. Let's just get everybody together at the same time.
Yeah.
If they'll come at the same time.
If they'll come. So I get the paper out. Quill starts writing it in lovely, calligraphy in what color should, because I can with the quill I can pick the color red.
What color is the tiefling?
Oh yeah, that's true. What color are they?
Tieflings come in many flavors.
It says she served as a purple dragon knight.
Oh well, then it's purple. It's galaxy theme again.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the lovely calligraphy starts writing it purple and sort of pink with little star colours in it as well as it writes through.
What would I have to roll to remember where the purple dragon knights are from? Would it be history? I know where they're from, to my knowledge, but I just would we have heard where they're from?
History, I would say.
Because I think I remember where they're from.
History, intelligence.
Am I still writing this note while you're doing this?
I can tell you now, I think they come from the moon. She flew down on the back of a silver dragon from outer space. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1, okay, so yeah, you have you have no...
Where'd she come from? Up on the roof she came from. Yeah.
So am I writing 2 identical letters, or are we making one slightly different?
I think identical.
Okay, and so this lovely purple pink writing writes what we need it to write that we talked about, and the quill takes it. We fold it up nice and neat. The quill puts itself through it and floats up to her, and I hope just accepts it. But here we go.
She glares. But yeah, you've piqued her curiosity, so she takes the message and she reads it, and then she just stuffs it in her back pocket. You don't get any... She sort of looks around a little bit, but she doesn't really look closely down on the floor. She just stuffs it in her back pocket, and you don't get any indication as to whether she will join
Job
or not.
done.
So now we have 2 locations to find the acolyte that we know of.
Yes.
Are there any acolytes in the courtyard in front of us, in between the buildings, as though we could maybe ask if they have seen Valerian?
No, but the door is open. It looks like there's people inside the house of the binder.
As we're here closer, I suppose.
So you going into the house of the binder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay outside just in case anything happens. That's easy to do.
So you wander in, and this is obviously where all of the texts are copied and scribed. So there's lots of magic going on in here, like printing like magical printing presses and copying services, and it's quite a sort of bustling place. And there's several groups of people hanging around. Obviously they're waiting for things to be copied, and they're discussing texts, and clearly these are library people, and it's a mixture of the avowed who obviously work at the library and various other kind of acolytes and other people who are here. So there's all sorts of there's quite a few people in here at the moment.
Now I could play an absolute blinder with the quill, because we could like sort of make it start writing things next to these people.
From where I am outside, can I see Parmac? Or has he disappeared completely?
He's disappeared completely. He's gone.
Because I've just realised there's one thing we should have asked him.
What's that?
Well, he just said he was an acolyte. You never said acolyte to who. If he bought the book here, he's not an acolyte of Candlekeep.
But he said he was either in the House of the Binder or at the Temple of Ogma.
Yeah, which.
So
it's just over the way.
He's likely an acolyte to that temple.
While the quill's very excited to see all the books and the copying, I'm just going to sort of try and shoo it to behave.
Yeah, there's probably quite a lot of similar magic going on in here already, to be fair. So he'll be a quill among quills in the House of the Binder. Probably the only pink quill.
Ah, of course. Of course, that's the important thing.
Particularly comfortable around this many books.
Yeah, there's a lot of books. It's quite scholarly in here.
Yeah, so he's got his martial thingy. What's it? Book. The name's just gone right out of my brain as I thought about it.
Oh, your flail. Yeah.
Yes, and he's kind of.
Was it martial prowess or something?
Yeah.
It's martial arts book, isn't it?
Yeah, he it's kind of on his hip, like where he'd have a one-handed weapon sort of ready, and he just kind of like subconsciously pats the book and wanders over to see what's going on. He's just decided to be a bit nosy.
So I'm just going to say that Fizz is probably extremely distracted because it's all about books and copying and spells, and it's basically candy shop sort of vibes for me. So I'm useless right now. I'm just running around like a child looking like, oh my god, what's this one? Oh, what's that one? That one looks like, what? Ah! Just overwhelmed and just sort of like, lead me to it.
Okay.
I'll look around to see if I noticed someone who would have symbols of Ogma.
Yeah, there's a group of people over in one corner that all seem to have Ogma, like holy symbols around their neck. They seem to be discussing some kind of sort of semi-religious magical text. Very excitedly. They all seem quite chill. They've got quite an open vibe about this. They don't seem... Yeah, they feel like they might be nice people to go and talk to.
Nothing sinister afoot.
No, nothing sinister afoot in here. This seems to be a genuinely, lovely... If you like books, this seems to be a genuinely lovely place. Obviously, it's not great for Vedeketh, but, you know.
He's had bad experiences recently with books, okay.
I'll go talk to the Ogma people.
They look at you as you approach. One of them says, hi.
Hello. Sorry for disturbing your conversation.
That's okay.
Raven, I don't remember the name of the guy.
Yularian High Scroll.
I was about to do stage whisper.
We're looking for Yularian the thing.
Yularian High Scroll. Yes, a human steps forward and says, hi, yes, I'm Yularian. How can I help you?
Oh, that was easier than I expected. Hi. Your book came to life.
What? What book?
Inside check. Does he know what I'm talking about? Is he surprised? Actually surprised?
Roll me some insight.
Oh, spicy.
15.
Yes, he genuinely seems confused and surprised by this news.
He passed the vibe check.
Yeah, he passed the vibe check.
Do you mean the book I gave to the library? Do you mean
yes.
Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions?
That one.
Oh my goodness! I came alive how?
It became an ectoplasm and attacked people.
Gosh, were people injured? Like what? Oh dear, that's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, there are some ex-people.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. He turns to his companions. We should send a healer. Is there a healer in the delegation? There's a conversation starts off immediately about whether there's a healer in the delegation and whether they can and people start.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yes, some people start leaving to go and see if they can be of any help to the Avowed. They're genuinely like completely. They seem very distraught that this has occurred. I had no idea. What are you investigating? Are you here to arrest me? Like what?
No, but well, I hope we will not have to arrest you.
I hope so too.
It's like, do we have that power?
Sure, I have a warhammer. Yeah,
and a paladin.
Yeah, we were sent by the librarian people to investigate. Apparently, it happened to 2 other books, so not very original of you. But where did you get the book?
I bought the book in Baldur's Gate. So obviously we came through Baldur's Gate on our way past. We visited a market stall in the Wide. You know the big market area at the top of Baldur's Gate. There was a stall that was selling sort of rare and exotic books. So obviously that was where we went to try and find something that would be suitable for the entrance to the library. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the stall. He looks to his companions.
Can I do an investigation check, because I probably would have gone there in my travels? I might remember.
Okay. Yes, please do.
That is a 17.
Okay. So you start discussing with him using your knowledge of the market, and you come to the conclusion that this is a stall that's called Amberdoon Books. So you have a discussion and you're like, he's like, I think it was at the very top by the Black Gate, and you're like, yes, I think I do know that one. I think it had Dune in the title. Oh yes, yes, we remember now. It's Amberdoon Books.
Can we get a description of the person that was selling the books?
He doesn't remember clearly anything about. He was so excited about the books, he doesn't remember clearly.
Just sidetracked
about the person who was
familiar, because I'm guessing I would be the same as well. So
yeah, he doesn't remember much at all about that. Just the
name.
Just the name. Well, you've worked the name out between you. He didn't remember the name, but you remember the name.
But yeah, it's more likely that it's this one than not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so he was at the stall about 10 days ago, and he arrived at Candlekeep. This delegation have arrived at Candlekeep about 5 days ago, and they intend to stay here for another 5 days. They're trying to maximise their trip and get as much information as possible. They're mortified that they've brought this horror into the library.
What is it that I'll ask. What is it that you're researching that you need so much information?
Oh, well, we have come from Waterdeep, and we've read all of the books within the Font of Knowledge, which is our own temple to Ogmar, the god of knowledge, and we're just trying to get some more knowledge, really. We're just trying to make the most of our trip, reading rare books and meeting like-minded people. This is a sort of a religious pilgrimage, really, for us to come to this wonderful library.
I didn't know that you could be a religion like this. I'm very, very excited about the prospect that there's other people that love knowledge.
Yes, well, Ogmar is the god of knowledge, so you should maybe.
I might
maybe do some
accidentally get
research.
indoctrinated into.
I mean, that get your
anybody
hit
else?
points up. You turned into a you can start multi-tasking into cleric.
Did anybody else in your group buy any books from this?
No, this was the book that we bought for our whole sort of delegation.
The one entry.
Yeah, the one entry. This is the
And
one
we
on
were
the-
silly. We were silly and bought one each.
Well, yes, it varies. I mean, I think some of the members of our group had other. Hello, Melon. For our audio listeners, and Cat has just appeared. My cat. I'm sorry, audio listener. Well, Twitch people. My cat's not on her camera. I don't know where she is.
She was briefly on the work unit behind you.
Yeah, but she seems to have gone. I assume that means she's in a cat tree. Can I see any? Oh yeah, I can just see the tip of her tail over the edge of the cat tree. So she's up in the place where the cameras cannot follow her. Yeah, some of the members of our delegation had some other notes and things, but this was our main contribution. He's mortified that this has happened. I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. It was 10 days ago, Amberdoon Books, in Baldur's Gate.
Did you meet on the way here?
Sorry?
Did you meet someone on the way here?
No.
Maybe someone messed with it? No?
No, we had a very quiet journey here. As you know, it's five days from Candlekeep to here. We got ourselves a guide. We didn't have any trouble on the road, which in itself is quite unusual, actually. But it was absolutely fine.
Yeah, would Galray know the name of the guide? Maybe that help them.
Competition.
Well, sure, but if they've tampered with something, you'd want to know that, wouldn't you?
Would I know any other people that are known to do that to know, other guides that do the run and things like that? Or is it just generally anybody that could do it?
I mean, you probably would. He doesn't seem like he knows too much about the person who guided him here.
They probably just stood in a tavern and said, "Did anyone know to way to Candlekeep?"
Yeah, exactly.
Who does that?
Yeah, where did we hear
Who
that?
does that?
Amateurs.
Amateurs, yeah. So yes, he doesn't seem to know anything about it. He's visibly distressed now that this is. He's had this news.
Maybe we shouldn't push it too much in case his mentality decides to do one.
Well,
by the sound of it, he unfortunately bought something that wasn't what he thought it was, and it's not his fault.
Yeah, he's very keen now. He says, I need to go and speak to the Avowed and see what we can do to make amends for this. This is we obviously didn't intend to bring any any harm to anybody in the library, so we need to go and speak to the Avowed and see what we can do to make recompense for this. This wasn't our aim at all.
At this point, Fedeketh's going to wander over and go, "You said you were from Waterdeep?"
Yes, we're from Waterdeep, yes.
That's a cool place.
Yeah.
And then he just wanders off again.
Yeah, oh, yes. Yes.
That's your contribution to this? Really?
You've lost it, he's gone.
Yellorin looks really confused and is like,
so do we.
Do you have any more questions for me? I feel like I need to go and
I just want to have your maybe we should organize to meet up sometime and have a drink and discuss books. Just you and me.
He looks very, very confused now. I'm not intending. We'll be travelling back to Waterdeep in 5 days. So.
Fedeketh's been giving him lessons.
I mean, obviously, if you ever find yourself in Waterdeep, then we'll be at the Font of Knowledge, which is our temple to Ogmar, and any seekers of knowledge are obviously welcome at the temple.
William, write that down.
And he smiles and he bows to you, and then he and what remains of his delegation leave hurriedly. They look like they're going towards the main gate to go and speak to the Avowed at the main gate.
Tempted to see if we should have someone stick with them to make sure they don't do a runner.
He seems genuinely shocked about. Sounds like they'll be sticking around to try and help.
Okay.
We've still got to wait for a few hours, so from here we should be able to see the gatehouse. We'll be able to see what happens from here.
He's certainly gone towards the gatehouse. That seems to be where they've gone.
Okay. So dodgy book dealings, bad
In Baldur's
copies,
Gate.
or
Suppose,
scam.
Or someone trying to cause mischief.
Well, they've definitely done that.
Could you imagine if it's someone that, if they made it known they want books for Candlekeep, this person could be deliberately trying to cause problems here? Deliberately sell books to people going to Candlekeep.
I was about to say, does Candlekeep have any known rivals?
I want to cause problems for Candlekeep.
Anyone that doesn't know how to read?
I mean,
why did you look straight at Vedeketh then?
You could roll a history check. You might see whether you know anything about Candlekeep.
Okie dokie. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
19.
Oh, okay. Galray, up on his Sword Coast history. No, Candlekeep is the great library. It is the jewel in the crown as far as libraries are concerned in the area. It doesn't have any rivals as such. It is an extremely
a rival library.
A rival library.
Gang warfare amongst the librarians.
Yes. I'm actually reading a book at the moment where there are lots of rival libraries, but
amazing.
Yeah.
Not by Jodie Taylor by any chance.
No.
Oh, right, I'm reading those ones from the librarians.
Yeah, there's lots of fantasy written about libraries. But no, Candlekeep is the jewel in the crown. It's a very famous place. There's no reason to think that anybody would be... No rival libraries, anyway, that are trying to sort of usurp its authority. It is the one.
Wasn't one of the books something to do with a warlock?
Yes, one of them's called The Dark Hunger.
And who was... Do we have the author's name?
We don't have the author's name, no.
Oh,
I think the first thing we need to find out is talk to Valor and find out where they got their book. If it's the same place, we have a destination. If they got it from somewhere else, that makes our job a little bit harder.
Okay. Makes sense.
So does that mean we're going back to the tavern to await them? Or...
I mean, what sort of time? Because that conversation would have taken some time, but...
I mean, it's probably heading towards lunchtime. You could also, if you want to, we can also skip to lunch.
And if Vedeketh has any needs, they need to sort
we
out.
We don't want to know about those. This is a children's show.
No. Is it?
I mean, Raven's here. It's definitely not going to be suitable for anyone of that age.
I don't think so. My channel has a mature rating, I'll have you know.
Yeah, there's mature and there's Vedeketh.
Whoa, now. I resemble that comment.
Not well. We should have a tag that says NSFV, not safe for Vedeketh.
As every time the conversation gets a little bit intellectual, he's like, "I'm out. I'm done.
I'm out." NSFV, NSFV.
Yeah, Vedeketh's just been like looking at the books that people are writing, and just kind of trying to understand a little bit more about books. Yeah, he's a bit strained. His head hurts a bit. He's just been like watching how the books get made and this kind of stuff, and he's been asking really stupid but like basic questions of the people making the books and binding them and stuff.
I hope that they've been very kind.
They've mostly been very kind to him.
Yeah, they've been
because he's like 6'6", built like a brick shit house, covered in armor. You know,
and about as
generally
intelligent as a brick shit house.
exactly.
He's sort of bending down and like sort of going, "How does that work? How does that work?" But he's like,
they've been trying to keep him sort of physically. They've been sort of trying to discourage him from actually touching anything.
Yeah.
Have they got a graphic novel of how it's done?
But very politely.
There's a pamphlet.
Very earnestly attempting to explain the very sort of children's cliff notes to how things work.
To Ladybird Book of Bookbinding.
But they've been very, very patient, and they seem pleased to. They don't seem annoyed by it at all.
I'm guessing they wouldn't get asked that question a lot.
They're pleased and slightly amused. Yeah, they're not.
I guess it's sort of it's an area where people are overlooked and they don't get a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean, I think they talk to the scholars that come in a lot about the books themselves. So there's a lot of conversation. There's quite a lot of quite highbrow kind of academic conversation going on in here. But like when you walk into like a really good teacher's classroom and they're like, yeah, we're happy to explain, or like a really good university professor's like lab. They're always really happy to explain everything to you, even if it's like really, really, really low level, because they're actually really, really into their subject. But they may be faintly amused about the sort of level at which they are currently explaining.
This large walking tin can showing interest in what's going on.
Yeah, he chinks slightly as he walks, like with the chainmail.
I was about to say, that's without the armor.
Oh.
I would say that if that concept very is overwhelming, then I hate to think how you're going to fare when you see more things that we might see that are going to blow your mind.
You mean like the alphabet?
The little quill starts writing down, this is an A.
The quill's going to teach him how to read and write.
I mean, he can read. He's just not very good at it. He had to learn to read to be able to be a paladin. You know? He just doesn't really...
His skills lie in other ways.
Yeah, like when he reads, he has to put his finger under the words.
Oh!
Does his mouth move?
Yeah.
You have to speak them out loud as you're going through. He's
got past the speaking them out loud, but his mouth still moves.
That was last week.
Yeah, that was just last week. Yeah, he's worked a bit hard on that.
No shame. Reading.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with that.
I can see that Veddy's looking a bit overwhelmed by it all, so I'm like, dude, I think it's time for lunch. More bacon.
Absolutely, small druid. Let's go get some bacon.
Is Vala still on the roof?
She's just coming down the ladder as you come back outside, so she's just stepping off the ladder.
The quill sort of
until they actually got off the ladder.
I was going to say the quill was going to sort of usher them towards us so they didn't get confused about who wrote what.
Did you send me a note?
Well, he did. I point to the quill.
Well, it's not an autonomous creature though, is it?
Oh. We're not really sure. Just appeared. Anyway, yes, we wrote it.
What do you want?
Your book.
What?
We have understanding that you donated a book that came alive and attacked
that's why I'm repairing this roof.
We have been asked to investigate. We're wondering where you obtained said book.
Said something about free lunch?
Plethora of coffee and bacon is in front.
Alright, I'll take the coffee and the bacon first, please.
I mean, sure.
That's priorities. It's priorities.
So she stalks into the pub.
Just look at the barman. She's with us.
They said free bacon and free coffee? The barman's like, oh, yeah, okay.
As I said, she's with us.
Take a seat.
just a bunch of Veliketh whispers. Expenses, remember? Expenses.
Yeah, no, I got you. Take a seat. And he wanders off and and appears with more bacon. Maybe some vegetables. Like, I don't know. It always strikes me that everybody in Faerun always must be suffering from some kind of malnutrition because we only ever talk about meat products. But yeah, maybe some kind of vegetable offering.
Maybe
some
gout.
Maybe some vitamins.
Mushrooms with
some kind of vitamins, some kind of minerals, and
alcohol has minerals, right?
Alcohol has minerals. So she sits down at the table. Yes, Gavia Bounds. Welcome to the chat room, King Griffin. So she takes the bacon and the coffee, and she starts eating, and she scowls at you.
At me, at all of us, or
just collectively. I'm assuming you've all sat down. She's just scowling at all of you.
I'm not really sure how to approach this if they feel really angry.
I'm getting flashbacks to the evil teachers at the orphanage, so someone else take over, please.
Is there a bit of trauma coming through?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable in this situation.
So,
sorry.
You go.
We are not here to accuse you of anything. We are here to determine what happened. All we need to know is where you obtained the book, so that we can hopefully get to the source, because yours is not the only book to have come to life.
Can you roll me a charisma persuasion, please? I don't know how much charisma he's got.
Oh my god.
Is Gary charismatic? I don't know.
No, I think I've just been punched in the face. I've just rolled my second natural one of the night.
Oh.
Which gave me a 2. I'm going to walk out.
She maintains a stony silence, is confused by having been asked a question by someone, like a very accusatory question by someone, or what she perceives as an accusatory question by somebody who has now left the pub. She's just really...
Someone else take over.
Let's start again. What brings you to Candlekeep?
Roll a charisma persuasion.
Oh my god.
Does anybody in this group have any charisma?
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay. She sighs, takes her feet off the table, and puts the bacon sandwich down.
Where'd you get the bread from?
Yeah, he brought bread over as well. She is. She says, well, I used to be in the army. I've left the army. I've taken up bounty hunting. And I came to the keep to search for some information on an elusive target. It was really, really difficult for me to get the money together to get the book to enter the keep. And I'm really angry that it turned out to not be a real book. I've clearly been double-crossed. And I'm very angry. So obviously I'm doing my best to make amends, which is why I'm doing the roof. But I'm
really, really, really sincere, because obviously it's taken a lot out of them, and being like, so you're a knight as well as a bounty hunter?
I served as a Purple Dragon Knight in Comorian in the army, but I've done my service.
And we thank you for it.
I'm freelance now.
As a knight, she's free, lads.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Anne.
Sorry, Anne. Oh lordy.
Was that as in character, or was that not?
Yeah.
No, that was just me.
Sasha just clipped him around the ear.
Yeah, because I was hoping
See
it
this
was
Warhammer? Bang.
Is this some kind of reflexive thing that's just happened over there?
Idiot.
What?
Valor.
You can tell it's just like, it's just a thing that happens between the two of them.
Yeah, Valor.
There doesn't have to be any thinking or anything. It's
Yeah.
just, it's as automatic as breathing.
Valor
I was
gives
actually imagining Anne's coming all the way from your country and just like slapping you down round the back of the head and going back again.
I feel it every time. Every time.
I hope so.
Valor gives the pair of you a really strange look, but doesn't say anything.
Anyway, so yeah, you're. I use the quote target. Who is it? Do you mind if I ask?
That's not information I'm gonna part with. If you're interested in the book, the target is not related to the book.
Okay.
So we're trying to see if there's any commonality between all of this, which is why we were wondering where you'd got the book from.
Yeah. So I arrived in Candlekeep nearly 14 days ago. I came from Baldur's Gate. I don't remember the name of the place, but I bought it in the market at the top of town. It was a bit of a run-down stall. I don't remember the name, but it was in the Wide. It was in the marketplace.
What was the name again, so I can use it? I forgot.
Amberdoon.
Amberdoon. So was it Amberdoon's book shop stall? Does the name sound familiar?
Sounds vaguely familiar. I don't remember in detail, but it was in the Wide. It was in the slightly,
and it lured you in because it was such a unique book, right?
Well, I mean, it's just a bookstore, but they had some rare and unusual books as well as more common books. It just looked like a good place to pick up something. They said that they said that the Dark Hunger would be something that would interest the library.
Oh, so there was nothing off about the situation at all. Just they said this book and that'll get you in.
Yeah, and obviously I needed a book to get into the library, so they seemed like book experts. So
took their word for it.
I'm
yeah.
not really a book expert. I'm a sword expert.
That's fair. Does Vedeketh sort of get excited about that prospect?
Vedeketh's like, what's your favourite type of sword?
Oh, well, she produces she sort of half unsheathes the sword that she's holding and is like, this is my personal blade. It's quite a nice looking sword. Raven is not a sword expert. It's a nice looking sword.
Vedeketh's like, how much for the sword?
Oh, no, that's my, she sheathes it again very, very promptly and is like, no, that's my personal, that's mine. That's not for sale.
Oh.
She looks slightly scandalised now.
Can't take him anywhere.
She looks slightly scandalised, but she does notice that everybody else at the table seems to have their head in their hands. So she's like, okay, so this is like, maybe the whole group are not out to scam me here, but this is just a bit of it.
The quill writes NSFV.
Okay, she has no idea what that means.
But Vedi does.
And we can probably make up our own versions of it.
Yeah. I'm genuinely really sorry about what happened to the Avowed. That wasn't my intention. I'm trying to make it right before I leave. I was trying to leave 3 days ago, and then they told me what had happened, and I'm trying to make it right.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it was someone else's ill will.
I'm angry because I've been duped. I've clearly been duped. I was clearly taken in by con artists. I don't. If I have time to go back to Baldur's Gate, I might go and have a word with them. But my bounty is my first priority, and I think it's going to take me in a different direction. So.
Oh, that's a shame.
They might have to wait.
So, do you want us to bring the head back of the guy that sold you the book, or?
Wow,
I mean,
escalated.
Hey,
that took a dark turn very quickly.
If it keeps them interested in conversation, why not bring it up, right?
Raises an eyebrow and is like, "Well, to Baldur's Gate and back would be a 10-day trip from here, and I'll be long gone. I'll be long gone in a different direction by then, I think." But it would it would ease my heart slightly to know that people were going to take care of the problem.
I just give a little nod and just go, okay, sure, if that helps.
Well, thank you for your hospitality, she says, knocking back the rest of her coffee, finishes off the rest of her bacon sarnie, and stands up to leave.
I will nod as they leave. I'll try not to make eye.
Vedeketh quickly, hurriedly stands up and goes, "What about a trade you just sword for this book with a chain?"
No, sorry, friend. The sword is no. It's a family piece. It's no, sorry, sentimental value.
And it's like, with the rejection, he like looks at the book and goes, "I need to get rid of this," and then looks up and just puts it back on his belt.
She gives you a slightly strange look, and then she
welcome to our world.
Nods to you all and nods to the barkeep and leaves the pub and goes. You can hear her climbing back up the ladder outside.
Well, there's a common link now, so should we report back what we found, or should we go further ourselves with this?
Well, we can't ask the third person because they've already left. But I think 2 out of 3 leads lead to the same place.
I think we should check in.
Thank you for the music reference.
Should certainly check in with our hosts and let them know what we've discovered so far, in case.
Before we leave, should we check we'll be allowed back in with the information? We'd have to bring a book with us.
We're working for them. I can't imagine that we need.
That would be ill-mannered.
That would be
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get a pass, like a little bit of paper or some official thing from them. We do have to leave the confines of the keep.
Just to prove we are on their business, because it could be someone else on the gate that doesn't know and just turns around and refuses to let us in.
Yep.
Like a sheriff's badge.
Yes, Freddy, you can be the sheriff of the race of the librarians.
Yes. Yes. He's all
let's go
excited
and get
now.
that sorted then.
Are you going to the gatehouse to find the avowed?
Did we get the name of the person?
Yeah, the person who came over to you was called Parmac.
Parmac, and he is over at the gatehouse.
Well, so you go to you can go to the gatehouse. And ask.
Yes.
The person at the gatehouse is like, okay, that's fine. I'll send Parmac down to see you. Why do you go wait back at the hearth, and we'll send Parmac. We'll put in a call for Parmac to come back down. We'll page him.
Parmac to the hearth. Parmac to the hearth.
As we're walking back, I turn to Vedi. So how are you enjoying your new weapon?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's brilliant. Can't wait to use it in combat.
Do we all hear this, or is this between the two of you?
I don't think I'm hiding it.
Can I do a check, please, just to see if he's lying?
Roll some insight.
For a comedic reason, I swear.
Roll some insight.
Okay, that is a 21, not natural.
Are you gonna contest that with a?
The quill is.
No, is Dan gonna contest that?
Are you going to make a deception roll?
Well, it could be deception, it could be performance, it could be like I don't need to know what the role is. Are you going to contest it with something?
I am going to contest it.
Okay.
In that case, I'm rolling too.
19.
Oh, close, but no. So if his insight has slightly won out over your contesting, what does he?
The quill, what wants to write down saying it's okay. You can tell the truth. You can tell us.
What Vedeketh has told you is that he can't wait to use it in combat, which is an absolute truth.
Okay. But I just have a little bit of a... Okay. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens. I'm just being really mischievous now that I have this thing, and I'm really just
We have
sorry about
noticed.
it.
I know
Really
it's the
sorry about it.
bloody gnomes.
So are you back at the hearth?
More coffee.
Presumably another round of coffee is served. Parmac comes in, looking again slightly anxious, slightly nervous. Oh, hello, friends. How can I help? You sent a message that you wish to speak with me.
We have a common link between at least two of them.
Oh, marvelous. What's that?
They were both sold at the same, well, what sounds to be the same stall within Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
And were both told these books would be perfect for Candlekeep.
Oh. Oh, so will you be travelling to Baldur's Gate then?
I was heading that way anyway.
Oh, well, we'd be happy to provide you with any provisions that you need for the journey. Obviously, it is a 5-day journey, and then and obviously provisions to come back.
Is there I'm just going to say this in a really weird way. It's like, is there a shopping list while we're gone?
A shopping list?
Or anything you need for us to bring back with us?
Oh no, thank you. The library is well supplied. Galray knows the library is well supplied. We have people who drop off bits and pieces to us all the time. So that's fine. But we'd be delighted for you to get to the bottom of this problem. Please, we'll provide whatever you need for the journey.
Now, do we try and get more money? No, I'm going to stay quiet.
Look at Parmac and say, so we're going to go to Baldur's Gate. We're going to solve your problem. We're going to come back. Do we need to bring more books?
Oh no! No, you are guests of the library now. I will be sure to let the gate staff know that you can come anytime. You're on our payroll, as it were. He smiles.
We're on the regular readers list.
You've already bought your way in anyway. It's totally fine. And your books didn't turn into hideous monsters. He laughs and then he's like, "Oh, that was a terrible thing to say." And he looks like
the quill. White. I get a bit of paper out, and the quill just writes "yet."
He looks a little bit alarmed.
I still don't know what this thing is doing. I'm sorry.
I take it none of you bought your books from the Amber Doom, did you?
Mine's from home.
Yes.
Sorry, you said buy the book.
Yes, I was a bit confused by that too.
Okay, none of you acquired.
No.
No.
They're not from the vicinity of Baldur's Gate.
So you should be okay then.
One would hope.
Just, to me, seems they were both told that the books would be very well received here.
So you think maybe it's an inside person being like, I have a list of the books on here, and we don't have these.
Or it's someone trying to cause problems here.
Someone that's been kicked out before?
Why send, two that we know of books here, which turn into creatures?
Well, and also if it was from someone that isn't allowed to come in again. I don't know the history of Candlekeep, whether the people are banned, but I would assume there is a policy for that sort of thing.
Stealing, I suppose.
Well, you can't steal from the library. We have wards in place to prevent that from happening. The rules would have been read to you when you arrived. It's very unusual for somebody to get themselves banned from Candlekeep, but we do. The rules would have been explained to you by the avowed on the gate when you arrived, and if you do break a rule, then that might be your fate.
So, do you have a ban list?
That would be very far above my
your pay grade.
It would be very far above my station.
Okay.
I would have to consult with a great reader. That would take me a long time to get access to any of that information. And it
was just a fleeting question. It's not a concern.
Would that long time be approximately 10 to 11 days?
Well, it would depend on the great reader. I don't know. We can possibly look into it whilst you're away, but I think
No promises.
no. He looks very anxious at the idea that he might have to go and talk to a great reader about such a terrible thing.
Anything recently that happened?
No, nothing recent that I can think of. No, I mean apart from these books turning into terrible beasts.
And also a person being killed by an imp that came out of a portal.
Yes, and the unfortunate portal incident. Yes, sorry about that. He shuffles.
Why are you? I'm
looks
so
at his feet.
in and out of character thing. I'm sort of really confused why they're all apologetic about it, considering that they had no influence about what happened. I'm just very confused as to why they're so apologetic.
It's a whole like they're apologizing for our bad experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in
It's
their
like,
library.
right.
It's like a customer service thing. Like you've come to the library to have a good library experience, and you got sucked into another dimension, nearly killed by a whole load of furniture. Then when you came back out again, you had to fight an imp. And you proved yourselves really capable, which is why they're like, also we have this other problem, please help us with that. But they do feel a bit like this isn't like the library's not supposed to be an adventure experience.
I mean, we had a literal escape room, so
yeah, exactly. The library's not designed as a sort of crystal maze type experience. That's not.
So normally it's meant to be a very calm and sort of lovely place, but we've had a terrible experience.
Yeah. But it does mean that you are uniquely placed.
2 out of 10 would not come here again.
Yeah, this does mean that you're uniquely placed to help them solve this other problem, because they don't often get people here who prove themselves worthy in that particular regard, because most people just read books and go away again.
I'm hearing sheriff.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think we know where we've got to try and get to, who we got to try and get to.
Looks like we're heading back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, are we taking the same way?
I've heard there's a third time there now. Yes. Someone said something about Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not too sure what they're talking about.
The third dimension.
The third dimension of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go up the coast road again.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be nice if you knew someone that knew that route well?
Well, there you go. So Parmac leaves you to it. It's probably, he's getting on for mid-afternoon by this point, so you'd need to work out whether you want to leave today, whether you're going to leave in the morning.
Yeah.
Morning would be easier.
Yeah. I was going to say the full day, rather than do a half day and be somewhere and not making a lot of progress, it'd be better to start early in the morning.
Yeah, because it is a 5-day ride, so that's, a 5-day walk. If you want to, the barkeep obviously will update you with any kind of rations or any supplies or anything like that.
I'll make sure we have some veggies and fruit and something with
saves us having to scavenge
nutrition.
Something with nutrition. Yeah.
As we did
barter
for
exactly.
Expenses, we might as well
make use of the expenses.
Makes use if we're on official business, as it were.
Official business, yep.
A lovely sleeping bag, I hear.
Yes, any kind of you can probably get some kind of camping supplies.
Anybody got any other business they want to take care of before we just bed down for the night?
I was going to say
for a bath, is he? Okay.
I might spend, like, obviously out of character, but I might spend the evening on the bar stool with the quill and talk to the barkeep and just make idle chatter, because I'm very excited, so I don't know if I'll be asleep.
Well, the barkeep, and there's a barmaid who's there in the evenings when maybe it's a bit busier. She's very happy to chat to you. There's a bit more trade coming in. People who've come in for who've arrived today at the library. So there's a few people around. You can have a bit of conversation. Maybe
would the barkeep be the person that I get a lovely sort of parchment, or would I have to go somewhere else for that?
You'd probably have to try and get into the House of the Binder before it closes.
I rush over. I said, did I make it?
Yeah. I mean, it was mid-afternoon when you were having the conversation, so there's enough time.
But I might have been chatting for 5 hours. I really want to get a lovely, like very big, but quite sort of like smaller than an A5 because obviously gnome. I want a leather notebook that's blank that's the same color as the quill. If they would let me have one, because it's official business.
There's a little bit of discussion between them and the barkeep about the full extent of your tab in this regard. But after some negotiations, barkeep's like, well, I mean, they said, they're investigating the thing. They said they could have anything, and the binding house acolyte is a bit like, but this is expensive. Like, why do they need a book? Like, I thought they were. So it's a bit of conversation back and forth, but eventually. Maybe Parmac is called, and it is satisfied that you can. Everyone's very confused as to what you need a flipping notebook for.
Do I get handed it though?
Yes.
Okay, so I open the page and the quill comes down and just says, "Thank you very much. I now have a great way to communicate. That's lovely." Does that help the confusion or make it worse?
Everyone stares at you a little bit, and the acolyte who works at Parmac is like, I'm going to bed. And the House of the Binder
I am too drunk for this.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I think maybe
I said we could have anything we like. So +5 bow, +6 leather armor. But
I mean, the library.
They didn't say anything.
The library is not well supplied. There is an outfitters and a clothier's store, but it's not hugely well supplied with those kinds of things. But yes, everyone's like, yeah, okay, they can. Okay, that's weird. Weird. Gnomes are weird. The feeling you get from everybody after this is gnomes are weird.
I don't disagree.
Some gnomes.
I mean, they know. They would probably know the book that I bought in that makes magical pictures of every gnome.
That's true.
So yeah, that's kind of. Maybe there needs to be a distinction based on whether it's what race of gnome we are, because I don't know whether we're the same race of gnome, are we? Juniper?
I don't think we are.
But maybe there's like a little bit of a distinction there. It's like we have sane gnomes and we have slightly weird gnomes.
People are individuals, not just
That's true.
species.
That's true.
You're off mumbling about species.
Anybody else got any plans for the evening?
Any chance the library has some healing potions?
Well, there is a store. I mean, I think the outfitters would maybe have a couple just as a sort of general supplies.
So I'll go and ask if they could provide us with some shinies.
They have... Where do I straight go? They have 2 healing potions. I can't remember how much a healing potion is. 5e.
Once a healing potion?
I think I've still got one.
So you've just got the common ones, ordinary ones. I don't know what the price is. Price, potion of healing, 5e. Prices. Place handbook prices listed as 50 gold pieces. Whew.
Might I suggest those that do heal, if they go down, they can't heal.
What you mean?
So they'll give you a
Dead DPS do no damage.
Dead DPS do no damage. So they'll give you a discount. So they'll take it down to 30 gold pieces per potion at the shop.
Well, I'd say so.
Sorry?
I have 30. That's all I have. So, I was sort of hoping they would give them to us for free because we work for them.
I mean, 50 gold pieces, they're quite expensive.
Yeah, and I'm quite poor.
Does anyone here have any need for mimics?
Roll a charisma persuasion to try and get them to bring the price down a bit more.
5.
They put the price that.
That's if I'd rolled another 1.
Anybody else want to have a go?
Oh, go on. I'll get this charisma dice out, shall I? Let's have a look. 15.
Yeah, they're like, look, 10 gold each. That's cost price, so you can have them for 10 gold each.
100% profit. Outrageous.
That's how shops work.
Capitalism, damn you, capitalism.
That's how capitalism works.
I'll buy one for myself.
A couple of you should have some already, yeah? Because you got a couple.
Yeah, Betty's still got one.
I'm
I
not
did have.
seeing one in my inventory, so I guess I don't.
Yeah, I have one, but I also only have 10 gold.
I think there were 2 people. I think there were 2 that were given away last time. Did Fizz take the other one?
I know I haven't got one on my list.
It must be on mine, but I didn't write it down, so I'll add it now.
Yeah, you are responsible for adding your own inventory. I am not going to.
I am
remember.
very sorry.
If you're going to add it to inventory, probably add it on D&D Beyond.
Yes.
Alright. So someone else can buy the other one for 10 gold.
Yeah, there's 10 gold for the other one.
I want.
I mean, the way this campaign's been going so far, Redicare should probably buy the other one.
Okay, so Veniketh buys the other one.
I don't actually seem to have any gold, so I can't.
Oh. None at all.
I don't have any gold at all. Mine says 0, so either I've never improved it,
Got 10 gold.
or I forgot to add it.
Characters usually start with 10 gold, don't they?
Hmm.
Got 10.
I think you should start with 10 gold.
I will add it to my list now, but
Because I don't remember you buying anything anywhere.
no. This is why I was trying to figure out why I'd.
I don't think we've had any conversations about
Yeah.
gold yet. So yeah, I think everybody should have at least 10
Yeah.
gold.
I've added 10 on them.
Cool. And if you had anything in the previous adventure that you sold between, then you might have.
I was going to ask. I picked up. I didn't know how many teeth I got from Mimic, so I just rolled a d10 and got 6. I don't know if that's okay for
yeah,
you.
that's fine.
Is anybody here interested in teeth from a Mimic? Or is that something more likely to be Baldur's Gate related?
Probably it's more like Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate. Probably would be more interested in that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm sure I probably know someone that collects monster parts somewhere.
Yeah, if you had sort of, I can't remember what sorts of things we ended up with last time, but if you had any sort of general...
We sort of just picked up the clue books, didn't we, and stuff like that.
You didn't do too much thievery.
I mean, I picked up a lot of things.
Well, yeah.
Everything Veniketh tried to pick up attacked him, so... but
Well,
yeah,
that is true.
Like, general swords, we picked up some... Like, the outfitters would probably buy from you, like, ordinary swords and ordinary armour and stuff like that, if you needed to sell things.
I picked up a flower in the mansion.
A flower?
Yeah.
Oh, from the fairy dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still alive and pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only been 24. It's been less than 24 hours.
In that case, I'll go to the temple and just randomly leave it there in some place.
An offering to the god of wisdom, god of knowledge, god of knowledge.
Yeah, to pay my respects.
Very nice.
You do realise we have just done the stereotypical D&D session of shopping.
Hey, we've done some other things too. You've
Okay, roleplay and shopping.
Yeah. Well,
and I nearly caused a fight by insulting a tiefling, but we won't go into that.
Got into a fight with a tiefling. Yeah, it's, Are you anything else you want to do? No, you're gonna turn in for the night.
Yeah.
I will slip some coppers to the barman and say if Vala comes in, please pass a drink on with my apologies. No offence was meant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bless.
We got off on the wrong foot.
He smiles at you and says, "That's very good of you, sir. She should be in tomorrow morning for breakfast."
Oh, bless.
So morning.
He doesn't get around people much, okay?
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Guiding and...
Yeah, animals, yes. People,
yeah.
Not so much.
Oh.
Morning rolls round. Your usual breakfast of coffee and an enormous pile of bacon is available for you.
I can only think of one more thing we can add to this to make it better.
What's that?
More bacon.
Oh, no.
Somebody in the kitchen has sort of optimistically put a very small plate that's got like some tomatoes and some mushrooms and some like something that's not bacon on it, but just like a sort of a hint that maybe surviving purely on bacon and bread is a bad idea.
If we mash the tomatoes down and spread them on the bacon, we can make bacon and tomato sauce sandwiches.
Oh, brilliant. And put some mushrooms in them. Yum, yum, yum. I'm very happy about this turn of events.
As you can tell, he does cooking.
Just looking at the vegetable-like products, you're like, no thanks. Didn't get looking this good eating vegetables. Jesus.
Do we respond to that or just sort of ignore it?
we will just look in different directions.
Just side eye. Just okay. Oh. I think the usual morning goes as it normally does, with just us making a lot of noise and eating a lot of food, drinking a lot of coffee.
Good. Vala does come in at some point, takes the free coffee, tilts the horns at you, and then leaves again. Are you ready to go? It's a bright sunny day. Well, as bright as sunny a day as it ever is on the Sword Coast.
Oh, it's raining then.
It's raining.
It's just a slightly warmer rain, okay?
Yeah. The clouds aren't quite as dense.
I can't remember whether I actually put any music on this bit. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, we're back on this map. We're back on the coastway.
This room looks so familiar.
At some point during the day, I will take an apple out of my supplies and just give it to Vedi with a stern look. I imagine this also happens quite often.
Eat your vegetable and fruit now.
Basically, as like an autonomic response, Vedi takes the apple and starts eating it. Doesn't even think. There's no brain action happening.
Pavlov dogged the apple.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, day one, marching up the coastway. It's all pretty uneventful.
Do my usual, keeping an eye out of what's ahead of us. Warning them of hidden dangers like muddy puddle.
I mean, Vediketh is very grateful for the warnings.
I was about to say, that's probably the most dangerous thing here on the route for Vediketh.
Yeah. Does not want to get his armor dirty. At all.
Okay.
If possible. He spent hours polishing it, you know.
Is that what he was doing this morning? Right, okay.
I was gonna ask Vediketh whether you're worried about the rain rusting your armor.
Nah. It's like special elf armor, so it doesn't rust.
Okay.
Anyway,
I just figured
anyway, Talos is a thunder god, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks after the armor. I keep it shiny. He keeps it good.
He looks after you.
And I see Sasha kind of going, I do that.
Oh,
Me
okay.
and my apples.
Yeah.
Apples. The apples shine the armor and keep it lovely.
Yeah. I got images that Sasha's got a secret level in mage and it's kind of like mending, prestidigitation all the way around.
River's trying to turn my Xbox on.
You're not playing Baldur's Gate, Mum. What's going on?
Yeah, well, Diablo 4 is what's played on the Xbox.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So yeah, camp up for the first night. Seems pretty uneventful. You gonna leave anybody to?
I will
leave everybody
definitely
on
take one
watch?
level of watch. I'll take at least one watch.
Yeah, I can take one.
You know, just because this place seems uneventful doesn't mean it is.
All right. So yeah, you probably a couple of people take watch in turn. Quiet night passes. Weather gets a bit worse. It's a bit drizzly now. It's a bit annoying.
For some reason, Galway actually looks happy.
Back on the road, out in the trees.
Oh yes, not in a building.
Day 2. It's a bit drizzly now. It's just drizzling. Isn't that really annoying?
When did we get transported to the UK?
Yeah, exactly. It's really annoying. It's like walking across Dartmoor in the freezing fog and drizzling.
It's very bogged down.
Yeah.
Watch out for the hound, everybody.
Indeed.
While everyone's kind of trudging along in the slightly, unpleasant conditions, it takes, just out of nowhere, Vedeketh just stops. Just stops walking and is.
Are you in front of us or behind
Done
us?
it again.
He's always going to be kind of at the front because he's wants to be shiny and leading the way and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, he just stops.
Vadi, poke him a bit.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Oh God. I sort of like try and jump and get like wave in front of him again. Hello? Hello?
Bouncing gnomes. Yep.
Nothing?
Is there anybody in there?
Vedeketh starts walking again.
As if nothing happened.
Yeah, he's just walking. And then he's like looking at you all because you're all being idiots and jumping up and down and stuff. He's like, what happened to you lot? This way to Baldur's Gate, right?
The light is on, but there was nobody home.
Asher, is this wolf?
No, that's not normal anymore. That one was weird. Betty, is there something on your mind?
He looks at you, knowing full well you already know the answer to that question. Because there's never anything on his
Is
mind.
it possible for there ever to be anything on Vedeketh's mind?
Apart from the obvious. But anyway,
Well, yeah.
we're in the middle of nowhere right now.
Yeah, you've left all those hot avowed acolytes behind.
I know, right?
All those dirty habits.
They weren't nuns.
Can you just do some sort of like magic investigation on him?
We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Something's not right. Well, nothing. He's being more unusual than usual.
I mean, can I do an Arcana check on him, please?
You can.
17.
I don't think. Because an Arcana check is going to identify any magic items or magic effects. So you can see that the flail that he's holding is magical.
Did we already know that?
Yeah, you
So
already
I'm
knew.
guessing we did.
You already knew it was a flail +1. So you
Yeah, you
know
can
it's...
tell that because it's in
But we
green.
wouldn't be able to tell if it was affecting him in some way. If it's that that's doing it. It could just be his
And I don't know if you've got any other...
time of the 10-day.
You got any other magical items secreted about your person?
And if so, don't ask where he's hiding them.
I mean, I've got my holy symbol.
Yeah, that would probably also show as, identify itself as magical. Or when you've got your standard 50 foot of hempen rope, probably not magical.
That's...
Oh, well. That's not magical, that's just practical for him.
Potions of healing, they're maybe magic a little bit.
So you see there's
there's nothing out of sort that I would be able to identify at that time.
No, he's got some magical stuff. You knew he'd already got some magical stuff.
Don't really think there's anything else I can do at that point, so I'm just going to keep an eye on him.
Let's
just watch him.
It's like, he's not waiting while you do all this, like, chatting and stuff. Like, we've got to go to Baldur's Gate, we've got to find the bad book man, we've got to probably beat the bad book man up. These are really hard
Try saying that without...
And then we've got to get back to Candlekeep before they realise exactly how much money I've cost them.
So we're coming to the end of day 2. Camping up for the night.
I'll take a watch.
Take Sasha to one side. Is he normally this combat eager? He didn't seem to be the first time we travelled this way.
No. Not normally.
He seems very keen to be in a fight of some kind.
Yeah, I have a plan for that for the morning. We'll see if it will help.
I'll take a watch as well.
Okay.
Being as cautiously watching Vedeketh as I am watching what's going on around.
Okay.
Anything eventful happen?
The night passes peacefully unless anyone wishes to tell me otherwise. Day 3.
In the morning, I'll go to Veddy and say, hey darling, we've been just walking and not having much action. Do you want to spar and take that flail for a little spin? Let's take out my Warhammer.
Vedeketh's confused. He's like, this is weird. I don't know what's going on with Sasha. Why is Sasha asking me this? Like, it's not like a morning thing. Sparring's like an evening thing. Like in the morning, we don't do sparring. He's like really confused and not sure what's going on.
His one brain cell is working really hard.
Really, really, really hard.
Really hard.
Yeah. He's trying to...
Brain really furrowed.
He's trying to beach as hard as he can. And he's like, we don't have time for that, Sasha. We've got to get to Baldur's Gate. Like, this is important.
Yeah, but keeping your muscles all strong and healthy is also important. You're not really doing that if you're just walking. Or we can spar in the evening if you want.
Maybe we'll spar in the evening, but we should probably set off soon. You know, while we've got the daylight and stuff.
Yeah, alright, so in the evening then.
It's a sunny day. The drizzle seems to have cleared up. Uneventful. It's getting a bit bored of the Sword Coast now. It looks all...
it's a bit dull. All the same.
It looks all the same, yep. You occasionally see travellers going towards Candlekeep or other places on the coastway. But it's fairly quiet. It's not busy this time of year. So end of day 3. You camp for the night? You want to do some? Want to do some sparring?
Ready? Want to have a friendly fight?
Okay. He's very suspicious.
You have a shiny weapon, and I haven't seen it in action yet. It should be interesting.
It's not the
Yeah.
first time he's heard that.
Okay. Sure. And he puts the flail book back in his bag and gets out the longsword he stole from the thing. This is a shiny new weapon.
No, the other shiny weapon. This is just longsword. That's boring. I know that. I have one too.
Oh. And then he looks at, gets the book back out and goes, Sasha, it's not shiny.
It was a metaphor. Sorry, that was...
A metaphor?
I like books, so it's shining to me. It's shining in my heart because I like it so much.
Oh, right.
Just an excuse to get the new tokens out, really, isn't it?
He's really lost. He's properly lost right now. But he's like, okay, trusting Sasha. He's like, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
How do you want to do some sparring? Where do you want to? You should have control of your tokens.
Oh
yeah. In fact, I should at this point.
Like in the road because it's nice and clear, I'm guessing.
I sit by the fire.
You do a spar on the bridge and see who pushes who in first.
And get his hair wet.
I offer Galray and Juniper some lovely snacks and berries that I might have picked on the way, just while they're doing their thing.
So it's good to have snacks when you're watching some entertainment.
It's the most exciting thing we've seen for days.
Exactly. I look up at your quill friend.
Would you like the book so you can have a chat with him?
I want to know what your quill friend thinks about what's going on.
The book opens, and he writes the Quilliam, as he's affectionately known now. The book. I open it to the next page, and he says, "Want to bet?" And he sort of floats to your hand, and like there's a little box that says Sasha and a little box that says Vedeketh, and he wants you to tick which one.
I'm going to tick Sasha.
What color would you like?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. The quill goes back to pink, and another tick on Sasha. Galray, are you in on this?
I think they're evenly matched.
What color would you like?
Green, of course.
Okay, so I put like a little half tick, little tiny ticks in each one.
I will also be keeping watch in case the combat attracts.
I take my own quill and write in the book, Vedeketh falls on the floor, puts a box, and tick.
Okay.
Is there one for Vedeketh gets attacked by a tent?
My color is bright blue, by the way.
Okay.
So we're just having snacks and entertaining ourselves and watching what's going on.
I guess, which one of you has the higher dex?
I have 12.
12.
Oh, okay.
You can tell they're siblings.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could roll for some initiative to see who goes first, or you could just roll some attack rolls, see.
I rolled a 7 for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, okay.
You can tell they're siblings.
Yeah, you're a bit out of practice. So, Vedeketh, you surprise your sister slightly. Your sibling, sorry, slightly. Give an attack roll.
I will demonstrate my new weapon. And that's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
You can, of
And
course, make that subdual if you wish.
6 damage.
And as a reaction, I will take this getaway. Sorry.
Yeah, as a reaction, we will remove Merlin from the battlefield.
The Wrath of the Storm, at the place where you hit me, a bit of electricity sparkles and jumps at you. Make a dex save.
Saves. Dex. That's a 2.
Ooh, nice. You get 6 lightning damage.
Oh. That's 6 all then.
Made your hair go all frizzy.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got like a staticky thing going on with your hair.
That's probably done more damage to him than anything else. You damaged his hair.
That's 1d4 psychic damage. Emotional damage. Okay, Betty is not happy about this.
Okay.
Hey, your flail looks great.
But now he's got frizzy hair. Furious.
But
In fact, he's not even furious, he's indignant. Like, how could you dare you?
Oh. Yeah, and I got 13 to hit.
Yeah, no.
As you are
That is not hitted.
as you are absorbed in the duel and everybody is attention is on what's going on the road, you realize you've got company, and
Dun, dun, dun.
appearing over here are some friends. Oops. Who have been creeping around in the woodlands. And we're going to start our next session by rolling for initiative.
Woo!
Nice session, guys. People.
The only combat was party members.
Well, I thought we were going to get to this combat a bit sooner. But you spent a lot of time at the library doing some roleplay, so that's cool.
And shopping. Remember the shopping part.
There was some shopping, yes.
It was spectacular bargaining.
Yeah. So now you've already lost some health points battling each other, and now you have to do combat with somebody else. So, exciting times.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Yeah. Well done. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope.
We all survived, sort of.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the moment, and
TPK.
your new tokens all look awesome.
They do look very good, actually.
Yeah, I love them. They're so cute.
And look how serious they all are. It's like,
yeah, they are a bit serious, these ones. So anybody who's listening, if you go to 2minutetabletop.com, you can make these little tokens. You can customize them, and we're very grateful for that as a kind of free service. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone. We will pick this up in 2 weeks when we will find out what these chaps want. Well,
Cheese.
you know what they're getting.
Bacon. If they want bacon, they're in luck. We've got some.
Well,
Yeah.
I got like backpack full of it.
Yeah, is that what you took for rations? Like just backpacks full of bacon?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah. I don't cast good berry, I cast good bacon.
You cast good bacon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Everybody.
I took some of the veggies and fruits, and I was distributing it along the road.
I figured that between between us, myself and Garo can forage up shrubbery to go with the bacon.
Blueberry jam and bacon.
I find myself in possession of some berries that are quite tasty too, if anyone wants.
Oh, nom nom.
Oh,
They are very filling.
good berries. Cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone. We'll start with some combat next time, so you will definitely get some combat in. We've got.
So next session, 5 minutes in, we're all running new characters.
Well, I hope.
Oh no!
I mean, who knows?
I think we're good.
Who knows what's going to happen with this mysterious flail situation?
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
If it is the flail doing it,
Well,
obviously we're making assumptions.
Maybe Vedicus just having some kind of midlife crisis, and
Cardigan.
Bless.
it's been hit on the head too many times by too much furniture.
Has he just done up his jockstrap too tight?
Delayed concussion. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, chat room. Thank you very much. Check out, so I've put all of the credits to all of the various bits and pieces that I've been using in chat. So do check out those suppliers if that's something you're interested in. I am going to stream some Baldur's Gate on Saturday night, probably. So my plan for Saturday night is to get chat to help me roll up a Baldur's Gate character, and then stream for long enough that people can get because there's a Twitch drop for Baldur's Gate at the moment, if people are interested. So I'm going to do some of that on Saturday night. So if you're up for that, chat room, come and join us then. Otherwise, it'll be Mythic Plus again on Monday. But more Dungeons and Dragons in a week's time. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.